Hello, hello, everybody. How is everybody? We are jumping on for our first Financially Fit Friday. Hey, everybody. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get Instagram up and running. Just be patient with me. One moment, and we're going to get that up and going. Yes, sir, buddy. How's everybody Friday going? Everybody having a fantastic Friday? Yes, we're going live on Instagram as well. There we go. There we go. And we are just walking into Financially Fit Fridays, guys. I'm so excited that we are here today. And I was trying to sort of figure out if we need to talk about two different topics, but I decided to go ahead and just start off and let's start talking about what Financially Fit Fridays is going to be about, right? And we have a guest coming on with us today. She is wrapping up her meeting, so we're going to give her a few minutes of her time to get together. But Financially Fit Fridays, guys, is about changing your finances in 2023 and how to actually tone them up just a little bit, guys. We're talking about toning up the finances and what it could mean for you, right? What it could actually mean for you. And I think that, working with people in financials for many years is that it's worth talking about. It is truly worth talking about. Thank you guys for joining in. Hey, Instagram. Thank you so much for joining in today to Financially Fit Fridays. And I am so excited that we are here right now because this is a great time, the beginning of the year, to evaluate where you are and where you're trying to be, right? We want to actually look at a few other areas, but we pulled this together, Financially Fit Friday, and we were thinking about what is going to be the best way to help people today in this particular climate and in this economy. What can we do to bring out Financially Fit Fridays to everyone as they're getting ready to get into their weekends and they're getting ready to go out shopping and enjoy the weekend? Yes, I do it too. I do it too. But guess what? You got to have a game plan, and you got to also have an idea of where you're trying to go financially and what you want to do to get there, right? So this is the opportunity for us to all get together just for 15 minutes on our lunch hour and talk about just a few things, right? So in the weeks to come, this is what we're going to bring to you. We're going to actually bring other guest speakers that specialize and that are experts in a particular field of industry finance. Now, that can be taxes, that can be getting your trust and your wheels together. Yes, I said trust and wheels. I had this very conversation just 2 days ago, and someone saying, hey, I need to get my hosting company together. I need to get my LLCs. I need to put them under a correct umbrella. I don't know exactly what to do that. We're going to have somebody come on and talk to us about that. We're going to also talk about those home-based businesses. Home-based business tax deductions as we are in this tax year. We want to make sure that we are addressing a few things in the tax deductions and so forth. Just getting you ready for 2024, because I know that some people have already started doing their taxes. They've already started, pulling things together for themselves for 2023. But definitely those home-based businesses, ladies, men, gentlemen, listen, you definitely want to make sure that you are not skipping out on those deductions. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to have a guest speaker to chime in with us, right? And talk to us about, yes, I see you. Yes, you're absolutely right. We're going to talk about what we need to do to get ourselves together in our insurance. Now, you know that I'm going to be the person to talk to you about this insurance and how to maximize this insurance game. Okay. How to maximize the insurance game. Absolutely. Yes, we're going to have that on as well. And then we're going to also talk about, of course, we're going to chime in a little bit on a little real estate, right? But more importantly, it's not just about how much money you make, okay? We're going to talk about how to keep the money you make. It's about how much money you keep, not just about how much money you make, right? And so that's why Financially Fit Friday is going to be so vitally important, to make sure that we're able to work with you, right? And to talk to you about where to go, how to get there, and then put some strategies in place. We're going to give some nuggets. We're going to give some ideas of what you need to look at first. Maybe you need to look at your budget. Start off there. Maybe you're overspending in a certain area. Let's evaluate that too. And if you're doing all of those things, then you're trying to get to another level, then that needs to be some adjustments, right? Need to be some adjustments. So I'm super excited that we have a chance to do that with you. And I know that we have a lot of people here today. I get messages from you guys all the time that says, listen, D, I need to know what to do about this budget. Miss D, I got a question with you about this wheel. I need to get finance for such and such, but my credit score is not quite high enough. So should I add my wife so we can use her credit score? We get those kind of questions too, right? So all of that plays into whether you're trying to be financially fit for your personal versus your business, okay? So I just want to take that time, guys, and say thank you so much for allowing me to be just a vessel to bring some of that information over to you guys in the weeks to come. So we have guest speakers that's going to be chiming in with us, talking to us about those things. If you missed the first part of this video, you definitely want to go back to the very beginning, because we're also going to have, guess what, some S&P 500 advisors that's going to be chiming in with us, guys. Yes, yes. We're going to have some advisors coming in with us. What you say, Dr. Curry? Hey, hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing to have all these wonderful experts that have proven strategies, guys, to help you in your taxes, in your investments, to also talk to you about your budgets, okay? We're even going to have my girl come in, Miss Monica Montgomery, is going to chime in on those business plans. Yes, on the business plans. So, Miss Business Plan Lady, Miss Monica, I'm chiming you out right now. I'm talking about you. I just talked about you earlier this morning, but definitely, because one of the things that you have to also know is your value of your business when you're trying to ask for grant money or get loans, or if you're trying to get some government contracts. You got to know what's going on in your business, right? Just had that conversation earlier this morning about those grants and those government contracts. So listen, guys. There are ways for us to do what we need to do, get financially fit in our business, okay? The first thing I want you guys to work on this particular Friday is that I want you to start thinking about, okay, what is going on in your budget. Now, Financially Fit Friday, let me say that because I got blah, 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 blah. Financially Fit Friday is not about you having a whole lot of money. Okay, let me put that out there, because I have some people that ask that question and say, hey, I don't have no money. I'm doing this. I'm not having any type of success in my business right now because I'm just struggling, and I got more money that's being billed to me than I'm actually receiving in income. We get that a lot right now, right? So that's why I said budgets is going to play a major role in what we're talking about on Financially Fit Fridays. Okay, so think about this. What you want to first look at is what your budget is looking like. Now, what does that mean? Let's look at what you're bringing in on income. What are you bringing in on income, and what's consistent? So you should have a category there of what is actually consistent income. And when I'm talking about the commissions, I'm not talking about the commission base. I'm talking about what you know to come in every single week, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, whatever your situation is, however you get paid, whatever your payment frequency is. How much is that is something you can guarantee that's coming in every single month? What is that base amount? What is that base amount? And if you know what that base amount is, okay, so everything else should just be gravy. at that point. Everything else should just be gravy if you're going to base everything off of that base amount. Now, that's what we're going to call your worst case scenario income right there. Worst case scenario, this is what you know you're bringing in regardless of what's going on in your business. Use that amount as your scaling point and say, okay, this is where I'm going to be. This is the threshold that I know I'm going to bring in. Now let's look at your expenses. Look at the expenses and see what it is that you must have. And we're going to talk about personal first. What do you must have in your personal financials that you have to pay, like your mortgage or your rent? Okay. You got to have your groceries. Maybe you can stream down your groceries a little bit. That's going to be something we need to talk about, right? Maybe you don't need all the groceries that you normally buy. You know how we love to go out and eat. You know how we love to go out and eat, right? So maybe you don't need all of that at that particular point. Maybe you need to scale it down just for a minute because you're trying to reach a particular goal, a particular type of target, right? And if that's the case, then we know that we have a few things that we need to work on, right? But in addition to that, while you're scaling that and trying to figure out what's really going on in your financials, then get an idea of how much you're actually spending out. So if you're spending out all these in expenses and you have income coming in, but not quite enough income, right, to actually do what you need to do, then you want to take it in two different folds. You want to do a fold of actually creating a budget and saying, this is my base amount of money that I know that I'm bringing into the household versus what actually goes out in expenses every single month. Now, you have those fixed expenses and you have those variable expenses. So those things that are variable that you can't really adjust the amount, you know exactly, it's going to come out, like your gas. That's going to be a variable expense to your vehicles, to your cars, right? Things like eating out, those are variable expenses. You can adjust those things, right? You're going to also have other things that you want to do, like getting your hair done, that kind of stuff. Those are variable costs that you can control. Things that you could not control, like I said, house notes, mortgage notes, maybe tuition for your kids' school. Those are the kind of things that have to come out, right? So if that is the case, right, you want to go ahead and look at what you're doing in your financials and what type of money do you have left over? Do you have any discretionary over? Okay. If you don't have any discretionary, this is the actual time to start looking at those things and changing it up where you can create those discretionary income. That discretionary income is going to be vital to being able to do other things that you really, really want to do that's important to you. Some people say, hey, I just want to go on a vacation. Well, you can't go on a vacation if you ain't got no discretionary income. You just can't. Right? And so you need to also look at that. If you need some discretionary for that, or if you're trying to build a retirement, let's say that you're trying to invest more. Maybe you need to create you a 6-month emergency fund because you don't have any savings. Okay. Now, in this particular economy, not having a savings is dangerous. You really want to make sure that you have an emergency fund to fall back on. Let's just say this, for instance. Let me give you an example. Let's just say that you are basically trying to have some car work done. Maybe your vehicle needs a new motor or a new engine. And it's an older vehicle, so there is no warranty. Okay? Let's say that you're trying to do that and you don't have anything else to fall back on, right? That is a real case right there. That's real life, that you need to have something else to fall back on, right? And so now what I'm telling you is that this is going to be one of those things that we do in Financially Fit Fridays as we're talking to our guest speakers and they're coming on and we're talking about some real cases. We're talking about life situations of what to do in the event of. Right? So I'm excited that you guys are with me today. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for your waves. I appreciate it. We have Instagram and Facebook going on at one time. So I just want to say thank you so very much for being here with me today. My task to you today and what I'm asking you to do today is that over this weekend, I want you guys to pull out your expenses. Take a list, okay? If you don't use a database like I do, I like to use certain things like QuickBooks and Quicken and things of that nature. That's how I track my financials. But if you don't have a database that you use, even if you pull out pencil and paper, guys, go ahead and write down what your expenses are that are fixed costs versus what are variable costs. And those, like I said, the fixed costs are things that you cannot change. You know your mortgage is a set amount. You know your car note is a set amount. You know what those things are. But then you have those variable costs that you do have more control over. And that would be things like what? Going out eating, fast food, regular food, gas in your car, right? All those things are variable. Shopping, getting your hair done, all those things are variable. Once you know what your bottom line is and what you have in the extra, then when we start talking about how to get involved with the S&P 500, how to actually get into an investment vehicle or an investment tool that can help you take advantage of the market and even protect against the market in some cases. Depends on what type of vehicle you use. Okay, some of those particular type of investments have index to them. They actually allow you to go ahead and, put monies into them and then have a minimum amount of what's going to happen to you in the event that we have a bad situation in the economy, right? What we call a floor. Okay, so we do have things that you can put floors in, that kind of thing, to protect you against a downward market. Those are the kind of things that you want to create some residual income from. You want to make sure you get all that together. And you want to also put yourself together in what's going on next in your life. What is coming up next in your life? So 6 months down the road, if you're trying to position yourself financially to be able to buy other types of businesses, guys. If you want to buy other type of businesses, maybe you want to invest in your business in another way and expand some way, that kind of thing. All of that is going to be so crucial to what we're learning in Financially Fit Fridays. So in the weeks to come, once again, we will have our CPAs here. We will have our people coming in to talk about how to get that business together. Okay. We will also have people coming in to talk about, hey, where are you at on the S&P? Are you doing any type of investments? Why? What type of investments can you do at your particular payment amount? That's going to be another option that we bring in. Okay. How to actually have your business plan ready and what you need to do about not undervaluing your business. That's going to be another topic. Insurance, how to position yourself insurance wise and creating that generational wealth. And then in addition to that, one of the most important things that I'm excited about to hear about is that trust and them holding companies and how to all put together. I love those type of conversations. So we're going to have guests coming in and talk to us about that. Okay. All right. So excited for you guys. Just start getting ready. Starting next Friday will be our very first guest coming on. I think we had a guest coming in today, but she got locked up. So that's okay. We are working on something else for her as well. She's in a meeting. She's an attorney. So I knew that was going to be kind of don't know whether she's going to make it on time or not. But if she's not here today, we will definitely have her on next Friday. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today, and get ready for what's to come with Financially Fit Fridays. Talk to you guys later. My 15 minutes is now up.